What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, bringing you some more Dragon Ball FighterZ and bringing you more matches from my most recent City of Mayhem tournament run. As I've said before, City of Mayhem, for those of you who aren't aware, is the Dragon Ball FighterZ online tournament that Bum163 runs over on his channel, twitch.tv/Bum163. Link will probably be in the description. Unless I forget, like I keep doing it, y'all keep reminding me that I keep adding it after. It's like, no, you know what, this time I'm not gonna forget. It's gonna be in there. But anyway, in my last video, you guys saw that I won my very first match in winners and then very tragically choked my set in the second round of winners and went down to the losers bracket. And then we proceeded on to our first match in losers against a player by the name of Zero Fat People Plan, which quite the name he's got there. But as you can see, he's got a team of UI, Goku, Hit, and Jiren. Now, of course, upon seeing this team, I'm thinking to myself, I'm in trouble. Because it's just UI Goku after UI Goku after UI Goku, man. And I can't escape this character. And I don't think he's that cool personally, but everybody else seems to think he's really cool. And also, he's obviously super strong and super easy to play. So I can't be surprised or... I can complain, but I can't be surprised or wonder why people play this character. But it is what it is. First match starts off. You see, we've already spent our Sparking and Vegeta's getting hit, and holy UI Goku jab. Y'all know the vibes. Also, hit assist is extremely powerful, and when I say hit assist, I mean the A assist, and it's so strong. And I mentioned this before that I oftentimes don't understand why people use the C assist, and like I get it, it has its utility, but the A assist is just so good that I just can't imagine ever using any other ones. No, the EX flipped into the to him. He was trying to mash that with flick, got that shit baited, and now his UI Goku is dead. And as soon as UI Goku died, I was like, oh, sick, we're in the clear. Because Hit on point, I'm not as afraid of, and also Jiren himself, as powerful as both of these characters are, like they don't, again, they're not UI Goku. So once I got him out of the picture, I was like, oh, I'm not worried. Like I can do this, right? He, not sure what he was doing, maybe trying to mash reflect or jump or something. He didn't get counter hit. So he just ate that to him just for not blocking low, but that was fine by me. Big damage combo. Also tries to mash down my advantage on +2, my guys, not to return, and especially because Hit's got slow buttons outside of his 5L, you're never gonna get away with mashing there. So yeah, you gotta eat the sliding knockdown. Tried to save jump, kind of messed up my Oki, but it's fine. He whiffs buttons, we punish him, boom, combo on the hit. Sparking time is running out. We've got plenty of bars, so there should be a dead character on our side. So basically, Vegeta kind of got slapped around a little bit. Gonna have to use that level 2 here. Hold up, burn it. That Shining Slash, I love it, man. I know it's like kind of weak and they reuse an animation, but I love the level 2, man. It's actually coming in handy, like just right there. Like I don't think if I had done a level 1 into level 3, it would have been enough. But since I had 4 bars, I could spend the level 2 with Trunks and then level 1 again, and then that was enough. Also, Jiren going straight to those key blasts. Sometimes I forget that move has that property. And also, you know, something that's cool that I've seen. Cool, I use that word loosely, or just rather not so much cool, but something smart that I've seen a player do before was I was fighting them with Android 18, and they use that to like armor through the EX17. So a little bit of tech for you guys out there who might be Jiren players, a little bit anti-18 tech. But as you can see, he gets baited, and this should be the end of game. Oh, I dropped the combo. My bad. I forgot that I did that when I did that. And the 5S. Can we talk about the hitbox on that 5S, by the way? Because I feel like that shit hit kind of high. Oh, I would just super dash there, and that's going to be us taking game 1 over Zero Fat People Plan. And I forget what this player's actual name was in bracket because it wasn't that. So forgive me, but yeah, as you can see, still maintaining the base Vegeta Trunks 21 team. I decided that I was going to stick it out with this team throughout the whole tournament. However, I can't say the same for my opponent because you can see here that he actually hit return to ring room and opted to switch characters. Now, I didn't know what to expect. At this point, I was like, what in God's name is he going to do? Who is he going to switch to? Because I'm like, first of all, who's he going to swap out? He's probably going to swap out Hit or something, maybe Jiren, but I was like, he's going to bring in Gogeta or Vegito, or I'm just like, maybe Kid Buu, or maybe he'll bring out a 21 or something. And he brought in 17, and I was like, okay, that's a little concerning because 17 is one of those characters who can very easily steamroll you. He's got the damage output. He builds mad meter. The barrier is really strong when used effectively. I don't know what 17 is looking like right now in this current patch. I don't remember his changes too much. But 17 is a character who, again, doesn't strike fear, but I'm like cautious of when I see him. But as for me, you know, in previous tournaments where I was playing this team of, you know, Vegeta and 21, when I was in the losers bracket, I'd switched to 18, and you know, I ended up performing better when I was playing that team. But I was like, this time around, we're just gonna stick with the base Vegeta Trunks 21 teams. That's just what I feel like playing today. So things start off yet again. He's playing the point UI Goku, which is interesting to me. I felt like, you know, he'd be better off playing 17 point or even Jiren point and then having the UI Goku assist. But that's just me. We find the hit, we drop the combo. My combo game was not perfect this day. And the very first blocks he puts me in is a 6-7, and then he 2H's there for the combo, and it's just, yeah, some Remember I told you UI Goku players ain't got no mix? Anyway, we get the walk out to the 5M. He blocks it though. Oki, I got a 6M2. Hold that. Can I get the loops this time? 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah. And then we should do, what I should have actually done here in hindsight is probably the command grab into the level 3. But it's fine though, because he's meant to spark it anyway, and I spend mine right back. Probably not the wisest decision to spend mine there. Holy UI Goku 5L. I will never cease to be amazed by that button. Also, that extension was kind of cool. I'm not going to lie, I've never seen that the Z change used in that fashion. But that's a mechanic that I'm starting to use a bit more myself. You're not going to see it much in these matches, but last night on stream, which by the way, if you don't follow the stream, twitch.tv/LotusAsakura, links in the description down below. I had a really long session with June, Indra, and DismantleX, who all three are players you should be familiar with if you keep up with like NLBC, City of Mayhem, and the East Coast Dragon Ball Fighter scene. All very strong players, and I was using that more and more like towards the end of our set, and I was feeling really good about how I was playing, and actually I started the session off like really strong, and I actually, it isn't like to flex or like brag, but I actually beat all three of them 2-0 in my first set against each of them, so I won like my 6 games straight. And it's just like, it's funny because during that stream and in the previous stream before that, I was talking about how I feel like I play better against better players. I feel like my playstyle, my mindset lends better to a more technical or more knowledgeable player than it does to some of the less skilled or less knowledgeable players that I fight, just because the tactics and strategies that they employ are going to be things that I can kind of expect more times. And I know for some of you might say, well, doesn't that make more sense? Isn't that good that a less skilled player is doing things that you didn't expect and that they're winning games? And I'm like, to a degree, yes, but what you have to understand is that things like that only carry you so far, and you'll hit a lower ceiling faster. And also, that type of playstyle doesn't work against everybody. Against me specifically, it is what it is. Yeah, you'll get some W's off me like that. I'm not gonna lie, that's something I got to work on. But against other players who are better at mitigating that type of playstyle and that type of randomness, or who play characters and teams that are good at doing that, like LK's team with Gotenks, Roshi, and Broly, or just any team with Broly, it's not gonna get you very far. And I know I'm not talking a whole lot about the actual match itself right now, but you see the gameplay. But I also wanted to mention that I feel like when it comes to my gameplay, I'm also pretty inconsistent. Because on my best day, like I said, I can hang with, you know, I'm not Hook, I'm not Goichi, I'm not Sonic, I'm not the Kill Sage, right? But you know, on my best day, I can hang. If those are like the S-class players, I'm gonna say I can hang with the A-class players. I'm saying, we're calling like the people who are actually making these top 8s to S-class. I'm like a top 32, top 16 player on my best day, and on my worst day, I drown in pools. So I feel like working on getting that consistency and always playing at my best is something that I need to work on. But it's just like, it's one of those things that's like hard to do, and you really only get to that point by just playing and practicing more. And it's just, I don't know, something I feel like it's currently holding me back. But anyway, you see things are about even here in game number 2. The 17 picks seem to have been working out for him a tiny little bit, but I wasn't really too concerned. I mean, I still have Android 21 and Base Vegeta here, which are the 2 top tier characters on my team, so nothing to really be afraid of. Get the same side super dash into the EX dive, full extension here. Didn't have the assist for the Dragon Rush. He goes for the wake up option again, and he gets punished this time, and down goes UI Goku. And now with him being down to Android 17, really not a whole lot to be afraid of here. I mean, again, 17, especially with some meter, is strong, but I'm just like, I'm Android 21. I am not afraid. And again, he gets caught, EX dive. I got a couple of bars here. It's not going to be enough to kill, but it's going to be close. Level 1. Actually, this is Base Vegeta 21. It was close, but not quite enough. Woke up with the buttons because I whiffed my knee dive. Actually caught me slipping there, but he drops his combo. He went for the re-jump, didn't necessarily need it, and then this right here, he tried to counter my full screen key blast with a raw level 3, which wasn't the worst idea in the world. Like, I get the thought process behind that, but it was just like I was able to vanish cancel out of my my key blast, and we take game number 2. So that's us going 2-0 over Zero Fat People Plan and our first round of losers, and we proceed on in the losers bracket. But yeah, as I said before in the previous video, when I'm playing this team, no matter what character dies first, even if it's Trunks, who's my best character, my most reliable character, and the character I enjoy playing the most, when I'm down to just Base Vegeta or just 21, let alone both of them, I'm like, this is still my game. Like, I can still do this because I believe that much in my ability to play them, even more so their strength. So anyway, I'll be right back with my next losers match. And so, we move on to our next match in losers, this time against a player by the name of Coco, whose name I am familiar with. I don't know him as a player, I haven't seen him play before, but I feel like I've just seen him around a Twitch chat and just different fighter streams, but he's jumping into things with a team of Baby, 18, and UI Goku, rocking a triple B assist, which I think is not surprising at all considering the current state of the game and these characters and their assists. However, something I was not aware of until last night when I was told this on stream is that Baby's B assist actually got shadow nerfed. They gave him the same nerf that they gave to Bardock B assist a couple patches ago, where they reduced the tracking on it and it's just not as good anymore. From what I understand, it still tracks somewhat, but not nearly as well. I haven't really played Baby myself yet, nor have I fought any other Baby players outside of this one in particular, and it wasn't something I was scoping out or paying as much attention to, especially because, as you're about to see right here, he died very quickly here in this first game, so his assist never even got a chance to get used. Now, of course, it got used probably in some of these later matches or whatever, but you know, is what it is. Anyway, you find the loops, level 1, the extra damage from the command grab that Base Vegeta gets, because for those of you who don't know, by the way, because I do get asked this from time to time, people ask, what's the point of the command grab with Base Vegeta? Why do you do that before Super? Like, what does it do? Does it give him more damage? And the answer is yes. If you weren't aware, doing the command grab before you do Base Vegeta's level 1 or level 3 gives him more damage, and also for his level 3 gives him a better knockdown, meaning he gets more frame advantage, which means the Oki is better, so you get a stronger mix-up. I don't remember the exact damage boost he gets for the level 3, but I know for his level 1, I believe it gives him an extra 200 damage, which is quite a bit. That's damn near like him having a level 2. So he's doing almost as much damage with command grab into level 1 as Trunks is with level 1 into level 1. Like, Trunks is level 2. So it's a pretty big boost. It's a pretty big boost. Anyway, Shmoo here on this Android 18, we find the rocket kick, knock her down, smack him, yak him. Hadn't said that in a minute. I remember people started thinking that was like my catchphrase because I said it a lot in that one video, but anyway, yeah, find the hit again on the Android 18 with the super dash. I just hard read the super dash there. I just assumed that he was going to spark up and do that because that's a very common thing to do online. I heavy committed to it, and it worked out. We kill the Android 18. He's down just to his UI Goku, and UI Goku's UI Goku. I still have my full team here, and sparking. His sparking is already activated. I'm feeling so confident. I'm going for re-jump. So we get the re-jump in bracket. You know what I'm saying? Online, which is nothing too special, but it's just, you know, I'm the type of player who oftentimes in situations like this, I will opt for the easier combo, but depending on how good I'm feeling in the match, I might go for something a little bit more difficult. Now, that being said, I did not go for the corner re-jump here because I dropped that one way too often, but you can pretty typically tell how confident I'm feeling in a matchup based on the combos that I'm performing more often than not. But like I said, we still have a full team, we still have sparking, we have plenty of bar. It's like he's got a hell of a mountain to climb if he wants to make this comeback, so I pretty much figured we had game 1 in the bag. And that being said, with me feeling like I had this game in the bag, I feel like, oh, bet, I'm about to take this set easy. But, you know, we'll see how things play out. But he gets to level 3 on Android 21. I'm going to take a sip of this strawberry lemonade real quick if y'all don't mind me. You know what I'm saying? Your boy has some Wendy's. Delicious. They must use some real strawberries in this. They got to. Anyway, yeah. And then we take game 1 over, what was the name again? Coco. We take game 1 over Coco. Instant rematch, running it right back, and I'm like, okay, do I want to start off with the rocket kick again? The answer was yes, except this time he opts for the 2-1 force, and then this extension was pretty nice. And he, you know, gets the corner pressure. Is he gonna vanish? He does. Gets the Dragon Rush for the slide knockdown. Now he's got corner Oki. Now, I felt like I probably should have sparked here, but instead, I blocked the pressure and then 2H the jump in. Because like I said, I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good in my reads, feeling good in my play right now. I was disappointed in how I played in Winner's side and lost the B-Mars play, because I really feel like he's somebody who we should have beaten. But, you know, I choked it. Like, it is what it is. Also, yeah, funnily enough, I had, like, I don't know, the way people perceive me at times, or like the way certain people interpret things, or how they define something is very different from how I do and how most of you do. But like, I had some dude talk about like, oh bruh, like I gotta unsubscribe now, you salty ass loser, sore loser, this or that. What do you mean you outplayed him 3 games straight? Blah blah. I'm like, did we watch the same match? Like, I literally outplayed him in game 1 and had it won, and then he made a comeback, and then I won game 2, so I clearly outplayed him, and then game 3 again, I had the lead and he made a comeback. Like, I literally outplayed him 3 times, but I just choked. Like, is that not accurate to say that I had it won and then choked two of those 3 games? I don't know, but it is what it is. There was just one comment I saw this, so that's when I was like, whatever. He said he's gonna unsubscribe, and I was like, goodbye. But it is what it is. Anyway, that being said, you could see that my confidence was slowly slipping away, because the second game here was just it was just all in Coco's favor. I was just making all the wrong choices. Everything was working out for him. I was running into jabs. I was pushing buttons in places where I shouldn't be, and just every hit he was doing was pretty much working. And yeah, he got that a couple of times where I did a key blast into a vanish, and he either reflected the key blast or the key blast whiffed. And so my vanish ended up getting 2H'd. I reflected the assist there, but I still had to hold this pressure. I'm down to solo 21, and I was like, I still felt like this was doable, but I didn't think it was going to happen. I go for the tick throw. He pops a sparking. Baby keeps me locked down. Pressure. I'm guard canceling, trying not to hold anything. He immediately super dashes at me, which I was not expecting at all. I tried to super dash at him, thinking that he'd be a little bit more patient, especially with such a big lead, but zero patience at all. I can't really say I'm too surprised, and then that's going to be him taking game 2 just as convincingly as we took game number 1. Quite frankly. So I was like, okay. Game number 2, that was a snowball. It happens like that. It's just one of those games, happens to the best of us. I'm no stranger to that happening to me. I still feel like this is a player that I can beat. So we proceed onward into game number 3, feeling like we can still do this thing. So I back off this time because he's already shown me he's not afraid to round start 2 and 4S. I didn't want to run into that a second time. So you see I was a little bit more passive at the round start. I already spent both my assists and then I just super dash, which honestly I should have waited a bit more for my assists to come back in. But it's fine. We hold this pressure. Didn't tech that throw. I feel like I was waiting for that Dragon Rush, and I just wasn't on my A game on defense that time around. He gets the corner pressure, knockdown 2 and 4S, calls the assist. I'm reflecting all that, wait to see what he's going to do. I jump back into nothing, and yeah, it's just a bit of a scramble here, but I find a big 2H on the baby, and we knock him down, and I should probably bring in Trunks here is what I'm thinking, which is exactly what I do. I could have done an ultimate Z change to save some of the bar, because I spent the only 2 bars that I had, but it's fine. That backflip and the super dash was extremely risky, not something I'd probably do again in hindsight, but we fortunately enough didn't get punished for it, but it doesn't really matter because he ends up draw tagging out, getting UI Goku in, and now Trunks is eating all this damage in the corner, which isn't that much, but the corner pressure is not what I have to worry about. And I didn't get counter hit there, as you can see, but I think I just woke up and probably tried to jump, and just UI Goku was like, "You're not going anywhere, buddy. You see these big meaty claws? You're staying right there, bucko. You're not going anywhere unless I say you can." But he drops his combo, and that was supposed to be an assist call, not a raw tag, and so that was really unfortunate. I wanted to flip out, and then I wanted to do Android 21 assist and then super dash at him, or at least be able to run up and apply some pressure. The point there was to just hit him with the 21 assist, and it just accidentally raw tagged. So that was unfortunate. Popped my sparking, got hit, and again, game number 3 is just kind of working out a lot for him. And I find the 2M though, fortunately enough, after he blocks the change the future assist. Not sure if he was just expecting me to go for an IAD button or if he tried to jump or what have you. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. Triple level 1, boom, 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 bringing the base Vegeta back in. He's my full health, he's my fullest health character right now, and also base Vegeta point puts my team back in the order that I played originally with, Vegeta, Trunks, and 21, which maintaining your team composition and keeping your team alive, I feel like is a lot more important than I gave it credit for at earlier points in this game. Especially if you've been following me for a minute, you know that the mindset and the strategy that I used to employ was more so like, as long as I have Trunks, it doesn't matter, right? Now more than ever, I opt to keep my team alive as best as I can, but before it'd be like, 18 dies, brawler dies, it doesn't matter as long as I have Trunks. And I would always say my sparking for Trunks because I feel like sparking Trunks really is what made that character shine, and I still feel that way. Yeah, I try to keep the team alive now. Bad guard cancel, he immediately punished it, 2M starter, this should be a dead Android 21. He's got 2 characters, but he's got plenty of bar. Send it off the disc assist, boom, boom. Special into level 1, and doesn't even need to do the double level 1 here, but he opts for the level 2 anyway with UI Goku into level 3 with Android 18. That's definitely going to seal the deal here, and we lose 21. And again, I still have Vegeta and Trunks, so this is doable. We have no sparking. I still feel like this is a possible win for us, but I'm going to have to play it very carefully. Because he still has sparking as well as a full health 18, which is 18 wasn't really concerning me too much. Like, people are really hype on this character right now, and I think it's mostly just because of Nitro. And I'm not saying like he's the one overhyping the character, but he believes in her strength right now. He's been playing her in tournament. I believe right now, even as I speak, Cloud's got his content series going on for the East Coast, and Nitro's yet again playing 18 in that tournament, and he just won Bumps. Yeah, it was just this tournament, right? No, it was TSO. He just won TSO, the Savage Land, the offline event he's been running for DBFZ with Android 18. So, like, I mean, the character is strong. Don't get me wrong. Top 5, like some people are saying, I don't think she's that good. I think people are overrating her because they're seeing Nitro player and talk about how good she is. And the barrier buff is strong, but she's still got flaws. She's still weak and neutral. She still has certain things that she has to deal with that she's worse off than with others, like her post 6M interactions and just her stubby buttons and stuff. And like, I see people trying to use her 2 and 4L as a lariat, which is not a mindset, but an idea I had a while back and something I started trying to do. But like, her 2 and 4L is just not the same. It's not as good as like a base Vegeta rocket kick or a Bardock lariat or like a base Goku elbow or shoulder or whatever you want to call it. It's which you don't really use that one, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like a Team Gohan kick. It's not quite the same. It's not quite the same. Or like a blue Goku. I get the idea, and obviously better players are using it better than I was ever able to, but like the concept is still the same, and that's how I tried to apply it, but I had little success with it. Not to say that it's not worth doing at all, and maybe I should try to use that move more than I do, but yeah, anyway, back to the match itself. You see, we're pretty much back into a corner here. We're up against the wall. I mean, literally and figuratively, we're out of the corner now, but it's solo Trunks with almost no health versus UI Goku and 18, and I'm just like, any hit and I die. So I'm trying to play neutral very carefully. I find this medium shining slash, catch him in block stun, and I gotta take some risks somewhere, man, because I got a big mountain to climb. And you can see he's trying to like lay me out, zone me out. Oh, we find the 2M though, and then the J2H whiffs. But it's fine. I dash forward, get the pressure, find the hit, full combo onto UI Goku, and that's going to be a dead UI Goku. Now, if I can just find this hit on his Android 18, we can actually kill her. Especially if I find a medium start. I was like, yo, if I can get a 2M on 18, like, that's game. But even if I find like a light hit, like if I have to do a vanish combo, it's not gonna be enough. But if I find a regular hit and I can level 3 or maybe even level 2, it'll be enough. And I wish I would have pushed the JL there. And then I got hit by the low. No, Lotus, you choke artist, bro. Why did you stand up? I didn't get counter hit. I didn't mash. I guess I just fidgeted on the D-pad and got caught low. And then it's gonna be Coco taking things 2-1 over us, and thus ended my tournament run. City of Mayhem. Very short-lived. I think that put me in like 20th place or something like that, and you can see I turned off my PlayStation immediately. I was like, well, that's that. And I think what did I have to go do? I had to go make a video right after this, because by this time in the night, I want to say it was around maybe 10 o'clock or so, like somewhere between 9 and 10. So like I gotta go make a video because I hadn't previously recorded this, and then right after this I went and played Guilty Gear and uploaded the video that you guys saw me upload 2 days ago, I think, with the Rambo Thought thumbnail. So yeah, so a short run, but it was fun. I will be participating again next week as long as I make sure to make time for it, and hopefully we perform better. I think I again want to play base Vegeta 21, but I do need to practice more with 18 and see how I feel about these new tools and the buffs that she has. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all those content I'm bringing you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. And remember, nothing happens to you swing the bat. Later.